guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. I read this book this week and really enjoyed it. This is Paula Hawkins' second release. She wrote The Girl on the Train, which was released I think in 2015, and then they made a film of it last year, which was an excellent film. I went to the cinema to watch that and I really enjoyed it. So when I heard that she was releasing a new book, I of course had to get it. I didn't pre-order it because I thought this would be everywhere and I would get it for a good price in hardback, and I was right. I walked into Sainsbury's on the day that this was published and they had tons of copies of it, including, like I said, I think in my May book haul, that they had this on audiobook in Sainsbury's, which I found very strange. But yeah, so I picked up a copy of this on the day that it was released and I thought that now was about the time to read it. I'd been kind of reading a lot of heavy literary fiction, so I wanted something a bit lighter, and thrillers that just, yeah, they take me no time at all to get through, and I always enjoy them. So this is a psychological thriller that is based around a drowning pool in a very small sort of village somewhere in the north of England, and the village is called Beckford, I think. And this is about, and it's called the drowning pool because lots of women have died in it. Excuse me. Lots of women have died in it, and they've either committed suicide or they have been murdered in there. And originally this was a pool where witches or suspected witches were sent to kind of see whether they were witches or not. So kind of idea of, you know, if you were put in there and drowned, then you weren't a witch, and if you floated, you were. I think that's the idea anyway, something like that. Anyway, so that was what it was originally was, and then it's continued to be sort of a very mysterious river and place. This is told from a lot of different perspectives. I think we get something like 9 different perspectives in here. And I've heard from people that have read this so far that some people have found that quite confusing. It wasn't the case for me at all. I found that each character that we're kind of listening to, as it were, has a very unique voice, and I knew straight away who everybody was, and it wasn't hard to remember who they were at all. And I think part of that is because the chapters are so short as well, so you're not totally immersed in a character's voice for quite a number of pages, and then we switch on to another one. I think kind of some of the shorter chapters are only a page and a half long, so you get a snippet, a snapshot of a character, and then we're into another one. But each chapter advances the plot, so you get these, even from the very beginning, you get these little kind of hints, these little dropped things in there, characters saying things, and you're like, oh, what does that mean? And yeah, she's just very cleverly weaved all of those things in. I found the plot compelling. I found it very easy to read. It kept me guessing right up until the very end, and when I say right up until the very end, I mean right up until the very end. I thought I had it all worked out in the last sort of like 30 pages. No, I hadn't. So yeah, I gave this 4.5 stars. I don't think I was on Goodreads when I read The Girl on the Train. And I said in my Goodreads review that I put up a couple of days ago that I didn't think it was as good as The Girl on the Train. I can't really put my finger on why at the moment, because now that I'm talking about it, I really enjoyed it. I did. So perhaps I'll reread The Girl on the Train at some point, and then I can maybe compare the two a bit more closely. But I loved it. It was brilliant. If you're wondering whether it's worth the hype and whether you should pick it up, I definitely think that you should. I thought it was brilliant. And like I said, I gave it 4.5 stars, and I will continue to buy anything that Paula Hawkins publishes. I believe that the film rights have been bought for this already, so we should see perhaps a movie version of this in the next maybe couple of years or so. And I will definitely be going to watch that because I think it would be brilliant. So yeah. So that was my review of Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Have you read this? What are your thoughts on it? I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.